Just let it be. Just let it be.
With all these puns, I'm so tired.
That's a good one. See, at the end of that song, he mumbles, "Paul is a dead man. Miss him if you play it backwards."
Oh my God!
I didn't know.
Oh,
Neil, you play.
Right, hold on.
Serious?
Stop. It's the first time I've ever got to plug this. Go and check out or do a search for Ethan Weiner's audio workshop, and I think it's called something like Audio Myths Debunked.
Saturnalia.
It's based around Saturn, is it?
Yeah, which is the ancient Roman and pagan celebration that goes off around the winter solstice, which is a Bacchus cult. So it's a enjoyment, carnal pleasure time.
Yeah.
Do we worship Saturn on Saturday? Is that what they're supposed to do?
Part of it, I think. Saturnalia was a specific cult, I think, to, like I said, more to do with earthly pleasures and stuff. And I think it's like a week's long festivities. It used to be.
Chocolate.
The last 10 minutes.
Hang on, chocolate. If you know Saturday, then you can plan it.
With the last 10 minutes of the live show, can we talk about the horizon?
No.
All right. Back to planets and gods.
Wait. Would that be the visible one or the non-visible visible?
Well, that's the thing, because you guys know I love my song that I clipped Nathan in Admasto, a.k.a. I mean, his name changes every 5 minutes, so I don't know. But he said to Nathan, nobody claims that what you're viewing when you're looking at the horizon is the geometric horizon. And Nathan says that's fascinating, but to do geometry, though, it has to be geometric. So I'm just thinking, why do they keep saying that? Especially when you Google the geometric horizon, it says the local horizon, also called the geometrical horizon, is the visible boundary between the earth and sky. The local horizon may include trees, buildings, and mountains. The geographic horizon is the apparent boundary between the earth and sky. So the geometric horizon is the one that we're looking at, that they're talking about. Why are they saying that that's not the case? Can any of you globe earthers explain what the discrepancy is about?
I don't know, but I think we can work it out.
Let them work it out.
I can't believe it. You're always on my puns, and you've been dribbling in every session with puns with the Beatles here.
What's amazing me is I'm the biggest Beatle fan, and I can't come up with one today.
I need some help.
I got you, Tim.
Thanks, Adam. Do you have me 8 days a week?
I got one. I've got a feeling this is going to go on for a long time.
Not yet, but by the time I'm 64, I will.
When I'm 64. Anyway, if you don't know, if you didn't get I've got a feeling, then you don't know the Beatles.
Well, the truth is, I didn't have to do any searching. They just come to me.
That's sick.
Let me go back to the equinox then. Just one last interesting thing that does relate to maybe why they put Christmas there, and that's because Christmas does coincide with the winter solstice, where the sun is at its lowest, and for 3 days it sits on the horizon, doesn't it? It descends. It doesn't go lower. It doesn't go higher. In terms of its behaviour between the tropics. So that may be the point, because this is the point of the new, some people consider the new year, the rebirth of the sun, which is when it starts to come back from the south to us. I say in these 3 days, which is synonymous with how many days Jesus was away for, after crucifixion. So that may be a way of laying old traditions and new traditions together so that they have a relevance. The new religion has a relevance to the old customs, and that might be why you place it there, because they would have been that, and you can then use the stories of Christ and the resurrection to explain what's going off in the stars now. So that might be a reason for placing it there as well.
You're saying they're substituting Jesus and saying, "Here comes the sun."
I'm saying when you're putting stuff together for pagans.
Very good.
If you ever get on me for punning, Nathan, I'm going to refer to the show.
Well, I mean, they were only like fools on the hill.
Listen, for somebody who don't like the Beatles, Nathan, boy, you sure know a lot of songs.
Ah, you're a bad boy. Anyway, carry on, Adam.
That was it. Okay, I just a thought as to what's Paul to say. This will be it. Jesus rising from the dead has exactly nothing to do with some allegory. I didn't say. I don't know if she's addressing me there. I'm saying that might be why, if you've got certain areas, why it would be sensible to link it with other already occurring festivities. That would seem a sensible way of incorporating into as you're traveling, to celebrate Jesus' birth at this time. This is the birth of the sun, as these pagans see it. Right, well, let's just hijack that, and we'll designate it as the birth of Jesus. Doesn't have to be the exact date, but we're taking over those existing festivals. That would seem historically.
Nathan, that George Washington thing you were talking about with the cherry blossoms,
Yeah.
where'd you get that information?
On a car show about the STI Subaru Impreza. So do you think that...
So I was thinking, how do you know it wasn't
Go on.
Strawberry Fields?
I didn't. It's not. It's Cherry Blossom Fields, but there we go. So, Adam, do they keep this information known through things like, the Masons? It's just you find out as you go higher up in the ranks, Someone just sits next to you one day in the lodge and nudges you and says, "Do you want to know a secret?"
Oh,
I think there'd be more. That would be more just general scholarly understanding of the spread of Christianity and that. It's not. But Masons would have something very, very different, wouldn't they? It would be.
Do you want to know a secret?
Kabbalistic stuff, yeah.
You promise not to tell. Whoa.
When this show re-airs, trying to unpack it's going to make for a hard day's night.
Yeah,
You just let it be. Just let it be.
With all these puns, I'm so tired.
That's a good one. See, at the end of that song, he mumbles, "Paul is a dead man. Miss him if you play it backwards."
Oh my
wow.
God!
I didn't know.
Oh,
Neil,
dear.
you play.
Right, hold on.
Serious?
Stop. It's the first time I've ever got to plug this. Go and check out or do a search for Ethan Weiner's audio workshop, and I think it's called something like Audio Myths Debunked. And there's a very nice lady in that called Poppy. I can't remember her surname to credit her, but she's the first presentation in that hour-long presentation where Ethan Weiner does his audio myths workshop. Anyway, what she discusses is backmasking, which is playing a record backwards and listening to various crap come out of the other end of the speakers when you do that. And they had Led Zeppelin.
All right, everybody knows that one.
And she plays Led Zeppelin in reverse to the audience.
So did you hear very much?
And asks them what they can hear. And everyone's looking at each other going, I haven't got a clue. It just sounds like a load of old nonsense to me.
All right, so How many people have heard that you can hear all sorts of interesting things when you play this backwards?
Says, what about now? She does the same thing, but on a projected image, she shows some subtitles.
Let's try it with some lyrics.
And as it goes, it says, I really do worship Satan. And everyone goes, oh, I heard him say, I worship Satan then. That time I heard it because it was on the subtitles. Right? So check out Ethan Weiner's Audio Myths Workshop, where he debunks a load of crap about audio interconnect cables, hi-fi power conditioners, various other complete unregulated crap that gets sold. But also, backmasking was the first presentation, just for your benefit.
I guarantee he ain't debunking any of the Beatles stuff, because they put it there deliberately. It was all about selling records after they broke up.
I think you have to ask Eleanor Rigby about that.
If I ever needed someone to debunk audio myths, Ethan Weiner would be the person.
So, obviously, it's really easy to hear lots of things when someone tells you what you should be hearing. That's what I'm trying to get at. Perhaps they started out knowing what they wanted you to hear, but